It's a very, very important day for America. This is as I've said in this campaign, there's no more important issue on the most fundamental issues of the day, which is our economic security and stability, job growth, the size and scale of government deficits and spending, and of course the imposition of government rule over people's lives, both their economic decisions and of course their decisions about even their own personal faith. This bill has far-reaching consequences for the economic health of this country and for basic liberty in our society. And that's why this decision and the debate that is going on right now is fundamental. And there's one candidate in this race who can actually make the contrast that is necessary between the Republican position, the conservative position, and one that is overwhelmingly supported by the American public and one that Barack Obama believes in. And that's Rick Santorum. And there's one candidate who is uniquely disqualified to make the case. It's the reason I'm here and he's not. The reason that I talk about Obamacare and its impact on the economy and fundamental freedoms, and Mitt Romney doesn't. It's because he can't, because he supported government-run health care as governor of Massachusetts. He supported a limitation on the insurance products that are available, that you couldn't keep your insurance. He supported a mandate that required hospitals to be able to provide, Catholic hospitals, to have provide morning after pills, $50 abortions, free abortions for lower income. All of the issues that are central on freedom and taxes. And Governor Romney financed the Romneycare bill through Medicaid, through your taxes, not in Massachusetts, but all across this country. Medicaid dollars were used to pay for Romneycare. And of course, we've seen now that Romneycare is $2 billion over budget, where they've had to increase taxes in order to pay for it. This was a disaster in Massachusetts. And then he had the audacity to go out in 2009 and argue that Barack Obama follow his lead. Unfortunately for the country, President Obama did follow Mitt Romney's lead and adopted, as David Plouffe said yesterday, the blueprint for Obamacare, which was Romneycare. This is the most important issue in this election. It's one that encapsulates all the issues that are at stake in this very critical election in our country's history. And there's only one candidate who has the chance of winning the Republican nomination who can make this the central issue that will be a winning issue for us to win the presidency back. And that's Rick Santorum. And unfortunately, the worst person to make that case is Mitt Romney. And that's why, as I said, we're here today and he's not.
The fact that the candidates for the most part have said that they're not how realistic you make it into your office is that without some sort of and on top of it, when we look at this past weekend, obviously the politicization of it has become very intense. I know that you had Mitt multiple times that really is the worst candidate to go against President Obama. I know with some of our systems, you don't regret that at all.
I don't regret it at all. I've said it here today. He's the worst candidate to go against Barack Obama on the most important issue of the day. That's what I said yesterday. That's what I've said in every single speech that I've been giving throughout the course of this campaign. I don't regret taking on a New York Times reporter who was out of line. If you're a conservative and you haven't taken on a New York Times reporter, you're not worth your salt, as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to stand up and fight, the twisting of remarks that we've seen in this campaign, all by the way, in part authored by the Romney campaign, which is feeding these kinds of lines to the reporters. And, our feeling is we're going to go out and speak the truth. And we're going to talk about how this issue is critical for our country and our country's future, and that I'm the person who's best able to go up on Capitol Hill and get this accomplished. I'm someone who has a record of taking on tough entitlement programs and actually getting rid of them. I did it with welfare reform. We can do it. We can do it either through the process of reconciliation, which, if we run this campaign, which I will, on Obamacare, and we make this the central issue in the campaign, and we're successful, there's no doubt that Obamacare will be repealed in one form or another. And that's not going to be the case with Governor Romney, because he can't make it the argument. Because if he makes it the argument, the Obama machine will turn it right back on him, and therefore there won't be the mandate. He may say he wants to repeal Obamacare, but he won't have the mandate through the course of this campaign to be able to win the argument, not just here in Congress, but across the country. I'll be making that argument throughout the course of our campaign. If we're successful, it'll be very clear where the American public is. That won't be the case with Governor Romney, because as you see, he's not here. He's not making the argument in his race. All he says was, I'll repeal Obamacare, and in the same breath, he defends Obamacare at the state level. It just doesn't wash, and it won't wash in the general election, and that's why if you really want Obamacare repealed, there's only one person who can make that happen, and that's someone who makes Obamacare the central issue in this race, and that's what I do. Anybody else? I think I'm having trouble hearing questions, but I would just say, if it's whether I believe it's constitutional. Look, I don't believe that Obamacare is constitutional, and I didn't advocate for a federal mandate at the federal level. I've always been for free market health care, not for government-run health care.
What do you say to Republicans who are concerned that the longer you stay in the race and the longer you attack Governor Romney on health care?
Well, of course, Governor Romney's supporters are going to want everybody out of the way. I mean, it'd be nice if Governor Romney and everybody else got out of my way, but that's not how primaries works. I mean,